Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island USA, Season 6, Episode 21.
A lot to get into. Blair, you ready?
Let's go.
Walk me through this.
Kendall and Cordell.
Yes.
So they are super excited that Casa won the last challenge. Mm-hmm. Kendall says, you know, anything you and Daya did was a 10. Just hyping Cordell up. Just hyping him up about everything. He said it's so natural between y'all. He really likes how Daya brought this, or Daya brought this different side out of him. Mm-hmm. You're not overthinking because you're not worried about what pace you're going at. Mm-hmm. You can just be you, and Daya feels that. Cordell is wearing the ring that Serena gave him, and he's thinking about her, but things are progressing pretty quickly with Daya in comparison to how they were progressing with Serena.
Okay, nice.
Kendall says, you know, what Daya has given you in 2 days is light years ahead of what Serena has given you.
So are y'all going to listen to me or are y'all going to listen to Kendall? Kendall's on the villa. Kendall sees how the interaction was with Serena and Cordell from the beginning to this point. So the fact that Kendall says something very specific that he don't have to worry about pulling back and basically what pace am I doing too much and things like that. Basically, Cordell, I'm happy you are getting the Love Island experience because so far Serena has robbed you of that. Because so far you've been focused on, oh, I'm doing too much. Oh, I'm not doing too much. And so far, only thing Serena has given him is a ring.
Yeah.
A ring before he left. She's like, here, take this ring and things like that, just as a reminder, a physical reminder of like, hey, we got something, right? But no, he wants words. He wants your full attention, the same as he giving you his full attention. Right. I don't understand why people don't understand that. What is your thoughts on this scene?
My thoughts, I feel like you said it all. Kendall sees the difference that Cordell is actually able to be himself. Yes. He can be comfortable. He can do what he wants to do with this girl. And she is receptive of him. So I think that this is a big difference. And I think that he is getting a good experience with Daya.
Yeah.
So,
and
who wants to walk on eggshells every day?
Exactly. And to your point, I don't want to say he haven't been himself. I feel like Cordell has been himself the whole time, but then criticized for being himself by saying you doing too much. Okay, I understand that Cordell could do better with conversations. Remember, he was having conversations with Serena back in the day, and he kind of didn't remember what she was saying when she just said it. You know what I'm saying? There's always things that he can work on, but this is Love Island, and so far, he have not experienced the Love Island experience until this point. People can say, they just love bombing him, Yes.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of when you on Casa. You love bomb them and you basically attack the weakness of whatever couple they're with.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
Yeah, because you want to get on the villa and you also want to get to spend more time with this person. If you don't put it out there that you're really into them, you can't be a Serena in Casa Amor. No. And honestly, I don't know if you can be a Serena on Love Island. We're gonna see how Serena's moving is gonna end up landing her as we move forward. So pretty much.
And then the weaknesses of their relationship, Serena and Cordell, that Daya is attacking. Daya's like, I like you. That's it.
And y'all say she love bombing.
Listen here, man. It is what it is. But let's keep going.
Serena and Leah are talking. Serena was thinking the whole time in the challenge, like, what is Cordell doing? Like, I know he's the shortest guy. Like, what else? He also has the best tattoos, girl. Yeah. So Leah says, I already know Miguel lives for this.
Yeah, he has.
So she knows Miguel is wilding out. Serena and
Sierra.
Sierra and Miguel are in the bed. Sierra asked Miguel why they didn't cuddle last night. He said he was tired. Well, she asked him where his head is at. He's enjoying getting to know her. He finds her interesting. He likes that she's mature and she's a good kisser. Also, she's pretty and they have great conversation. They end up kissing, making out to the point where he kind of has to give himself a little break before he can start walking around where the cameras can see him. So,
what are your thoughts so far on Sierra and like Miguel so far?
They're connecting. I think that Miguel's just going to go after whatever's the prettiest, newest thing. Yeah. So I don't expect too much from Miguel. I'm hoping Sierra doesn't take him too serious, which I don't think she is. So I don't know. I think they're going just about right.
I think Leah is perfect in her stance of
absolutely.
She like Miguel live for this. She even gave an example of like whenever we do the challenges, he be taking off his shirt and be. So I think Miguel knows. I think Leah knows exactly where Miguel stands. This girl, I don't know. Dude, like, you know that saying to where it's like it takes the right girl for like the guy to be committed. I'm wondering, is Sierra the right girl to make Miguel put his hit list away? You get what I'm saying? That's the mystery I'm interested in those two.
I'm interested in that too, but I'm also hoping that Sierra doesn't think that she's that girl and they end up getting hurt at the end.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I'm like, let's just let Miguel move how he moves, and we'll see where things end up.
I ain't gonna lie, Miguel became one of my favorite characters at Casa Miguel, my favorite character
he
on,
is having
on the show.
a ball.
Yes.
Sydney and Rob end up talking, and he says that he has plenty of free slots when it comes to the ladies, because she mentioned that she felt like he was kind of busy with his other person, pretty much Destiny. She said that she's a little bit nervous around him because his calm energy is a bit intimidating to her. Well, he asked her about her family, and she says that she had parents who were divorced, but her mom passed away a couple years ago, but she's really close with her grandmother and her cousins. Rob values family a lot, but then he gets distracted by a beetle.
Yeah, that's weird.
And so he grabs the beetle and has her hold the beetle, and she's like, yeah, this right here, this is intimidating. So Rob says that they clicked and he liked their conversation. So
yeah, the bug thing, it just worked for Rob and things like that. I like the fact that they are talking. I'm happy that he's talking to somebody on Casa, even though it's probably like the last day or probably the day before last and things like that. And even everybody got something to say about his overall. She's like, yeah, the overalls ain't it for me.
I was glad somebody told him.
She's like, the overalls ain't it for me. So I don't even know. It's kind of funny to see how Rob is handling Casa this go around as a main character compared to how he handled Casa last time as trying to get into the villa. Last time, which kind of motivated how we view him this season. That's where the manipulative Rob came from, because he was trying to get into the villa and things like that, saying things just to try to, love bombing real heavy. But now it seemed like he seemed laid back. And I think now, since we coming near the last days of Casa, he's like, okay, I got to click with somebody. I got to bring somebody back.
Yeah, he can't go back single, because he can't bet on Liv to still be single when they really haven't solidified anything.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you don't know, you may get eliminated for being single. So you may just need to bring somebody back.
Yeah. So Cordell and Daya are talking. Cordell is talking about how Lil Man got excited in the challenge, and she whispered to him, he's definitely not little.
Okay. See, look, stop right there. That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's the small things that, like, he just get to feel good about himself. A little stroke of the ego. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
He says that he finds her gorgeous and feels like they're really connecting.
Yeah.
And he tells her that he, talked to her before about how it'll take a lot for him to turn his head, but she's like right there. So his head is probably about almost all the way turned.
Yeah.
Cordell, he does say that there is something with her.
That's true. That's fair.
Janae and Jacoby end up talking.
Okay.
And she rates their kiss. They had 8.5 because it was rushed. He said that it would have been better if it wasn't in a challenge, and he would like to share a bed with her. She says yes. Janae ends up telling Josiah that she is going to sleep in bed with Jacoby.
I always feel some type of way. Like, do you have to ask them, can I share a bed with you? Because technically it's like, it's Janae's bed. You get what I'm saying? And you are trying to basically woo her and trying to get her to pick you so you can stay on the island and things of that nature. But I don't know. I just feel some type of way of guys just basically saying, like, I would like to get to know you. Oh, yeah, by the way, can I sleep with you tonight?
It does feel kind of like homosexual a little bit. It's like somebody needs somewhere to lay their head, so let me hurry up and talk to somebody before the night's over. Because that's how it feels. But I didn't feel this way in Jacoby's situation. I really felt like from day one, like, I think he would have asked her to share a bed. I just think Josiah got to her quicker.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it just feels that way, because right after she said, yeah, it's like the conversation ends. It's like, okay, thank you. And then, like, they just go back to do whatever they was doing. I'm like, I thought you wanted to get to know me.
Yeah. So George is going to sleep with Liv.
Okay.
Destiny is going to share a bed with Kendall.
Okay, switch up.
Aaron is talking about how he thought that the challenge was perfect. Kaylor and Serena are sleeping in soul ties again.
Outside.
Katherine is sleeping with Kenny. And Cordell and Daya kissed before the lights even cut off, honey. They couldn't wait.
Yeah.
So Kaylor is missing Aaron. This is the next day. She's waking up sad.
Crying.
Just whining, talking about how much she missed Aaron.
Yeah.
Janae is like, he probably feels 100% how you do.
Janae, I'm tired of you. No, I'm sorry. Listen, you're my sister from another mister, but this whole Mother May I basically always being optimistic about something and things of that nature, I'm tired of it. I still love you, but this whole like, oh no, Aaron wouldn't do that. Oh, they would kiss Miguel before they pick Aaron. Aaron been kissing, rubbing feet, rubbing shoulders, all the above, doing handshakes and stuff like that. Doing all of that with the new girl as he do with his old girl. Yeah. So I'm like, stop it, Janae, please.
And I feel like that's kind of why, like, Liv is growing on me, because she's not allowing people or even herself to stay in a delusional state.
Okay.
Like Janae is over here saying, oh, this is fine. I 100% believe this, all this type of stuff. And it's just like, you're telling me sweet nothings. Yeah. You don't know what's going on, just like I don't know what's going on. So we'll get further into the conversation that Liv had with Kaylor, which I felt like was a good loving friend moment, but also like a girl, like wake the hell up type of moment as well. Well, Daniela is up the next morning, straddling Aaron's back, rubbing on his back.
Making shapes.
Daya is kissing Cordell. And Ignacio made the avocado toast. And Josiah.
Jacoby was supposed to take it.
Right. Josiah took it to Janae. Jacoby was supposed to be the one to take it to Janae.
How did you feel about him stealing the plate from Jacoby and basically saying, here you go, Janae?
I thought that was dirty work. And then I think that also points to, Janae, don't mess with this guy. He already told you too much of his dirt, like the first conversation. And secondly, like you're like Jack and some other guys, like nice efforts. I'm just like, you just come across as kind of sleazy.
And here's the thing about it. My man who made the toast, because remember, he made it for Jacoby to take it up. He said, listen here. If you don't make it, it's not yours technically. And I'm like, that's right. I just want to go back a scene because this scene basically with Cordell and
this was the
they are waking up. This was supposed to be the scene where we all thought that Cordell crossed the line and slept with this girl. Now that he did not sleep with this girl, and it has been proven that he did not sleep with this girl, at least by the cameras, is what he's doing disrespectful, guys? All he did was kiss her.
Yeah.
All she did was straddle him, like, you know how you wake up in the morning, you play fight with your girl, you play fight with your man and things like that. He just straddled her and kissed her on the booty. Trust me, what he did in the challenge?
Yeah, it was that
was much worse.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? All they did was just a little puppy love thing. So did he cross the line yet, or is he still within the confines of his Love Island explore thing? Because I say, hey, as long as he didn't sleep with her, I say so far he haven't done anything disrespectful to Serena yet.
And honestly, even if he did sleep with her, I'm just like, Serena, that ain't your man. Sorry. Facts. So maybe I'm the wrong person to ask.
Facts.
But when it came to that scene, like we were all kind of on pins and needles, like, okay, what was Cordell doing? But at the end of the day, he didn't take it all the way there. And that's up to Serena to believe or not to believe, as we move forward.
Yeah, you're right.
So Aaron brought breakfast to Daniela. And the guys are talking. Aaron feels that with Daniela, things have been good, but he's trying to remove Kaylor from the situation. Yeah. But he's still thinking about Kaylor a lot. Kenny says that Janae has not left his mind and that she's stable and is exactly what he's looking for. Yeah. All Janae can think about is Kenny. Liv is scared that she might be too much for the guys. Okay. Leah has given it her all with the men here. She's talked to Ignacio. I think she even tried to talk to Josiah. And she's really just not feeling anybody at the moment. Serena is missing her man.
Stop right there.
Who is her man?
Who is her man? Because it's funny because when he was on the villa, she never called him or let him know you are my man.
Exactly.
So when she said, I'm missing my man, I was like,
who's she talking about? You never told us. You twisted, ma'am. Twisted, ma'am.
Off the dance floor.
So you twisted on your man?
That's wild, right? I mean, no, because the people in the comments gonna try to twist what you said.
Yeah,
right? She twisted on her man. No, Chris, Blair, they was open. They said they was open. Cordell has made it known from day one that he wanted to be with Serena exclusively,
and she would not allow it.
She didn't allow it, right? So him basically doing this herky jerky thing, the way he's like he's full pressing and then he's pulling back, full pressing and pulling back. Him agreeing to be open is his version of like I'm trying to give you what you want without being overbearing. Yeah. But he made it very, very, very clear he wants to be with Serena. Now she made it clear that's her man when he's not there.
Exactly. When he's nowhere to be found, nowhere in earshot or anything. Now that's her man.
She tell us that.
But I think that Serena felt like Cordell was going to be this lost puppy dog that's going to be following and trailing behind her this whole time. And now that she realizes, there's girls over there that's trying to get on the show and that needs Cordell to get on here and probably are telling him and doing whatever. He's getting all this attention. Now I'm nervous because he might fall into that and actually want to partake in that instead of following behind me like a puppy. And it's just like, yeah, Serena, yeah.
You've been stringing him along.
Yeah, you've been stringing him along. So,
and here's the thing about it. You may really feel what you feel, But you have to deal with the fact that it's kind of hard for me to believe what you feel at this point if I've been strung along.
Yeah.
Meaning you have to actually make it more obvious and put more intent behind it. As Blair said episodes ago, it's in Serena's court to basically let Cordell know, I want to be exclusive. I want you to basically love bomb him now because he's been doing it from the beginning. You know?
Yeah. And honestly, she really should have told him before he left if she really wanted or thought of him as her man. She should have said it. He would have been grinning from ear to ear, and he would not have paid attention to nobody else in the villa.
Maybe not.
And if he did, hey, what can I say? It's Love Island.
Exactly. It's Love Island.
What can I say? It's Love Island. But Nicole misses Kendall. Whatever he does, she will be okay with.
Okay.
She just wants him back.
Pretty much.
And also, I have another thing to say about Serena.
Okay.
I don't want to put it all on Serena needs to move a certain way in order to secure Cordell.
Okay.
This is Serena's Love Island experience as well. If she said that she's open, then she needs to be open and continue to talk to, be open to other people, get to know other people to see if there are any possible other connections. And I feel like with her saying that she's a slow burner, it's easy for her to cut herself off to other people or not fully allow herself to get that experience to see if there's somebody else, because I think she is scared to open herself up to be vulnerable to more than one person. And, you know, if she's not comfortable with that, that's her prerogative. But you can't box Cordell in because you're scared. So
you perfectly said, this is your Love Island experience. This is my Love Island experience.
Right.
The way you move cannot influence the way I move, especially if you choose to be open.
Right, exactly. And specifically, if you choose to be open. If y'all are closed off, and that's an agreement that y'all should stick to. But if y'all are both open, then don't box me in because we said we're open, but you don't move how I move when I'm open. Okay?
Exactly. And then we ain't talking about how the promises that Cordell made, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to sleep outside and I'm going to keep it respectful. Of course, he said that, but he didn't know what was in for him at Casa.
Exactly.
We talk about an agreement between Serena and Cordell. We are closed off, and this is what we are going to do. But she said we're open. He said we're open. He's moving in his Love Island experience as open. She's moving in her Love Island experience as open, and she chooses to be slow burner.
Right. And that's where we are.
Yeah.
So Kaylor and Leah are talking. Kaylor, she just whining about Mr. Aaron some more.
I'm tired of it.
So she gets a text. Casa also gets a text. And they will be celebrating 4th of July with a challenge.
Yeah.
So they are playing this disgusting game to where they're transferring food between each other's mouths to spit it into a bowl to reach a certain marker line to see who will win.
I did not watch that part.
So we fast forward ahead because there wasn't no questions. There wasn't no juicy drama that would come out of that other than like nastiness.
Yeah,
so
I can't. I honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna be if God bless us with children. I can't watch nasty stuff.
Okay.
I really can't. So I fast forward and turn my head. I can't do it.
So the villa won.
Okay.
All right. So the Villa girls, they think that the boys were probably sensitive about the challenge. Maybe that's why they didn't win. Aaron was not feeling the challenge. Daniela feels like, things are going really well at Casa and there's no drama. And she's playing with Aaron's hair, talking about she likes playing with his hair. And then we end up looking over and Daya is doing the same thing with Cordell's hair. So everybody is just enjoying each other. It's nighttime. Aaron thinks Daya is nice, and he really likes how she likes Cordell so much.
Now, this is the second guy who lives on the villa says this about Cordell and basically comparing who he likes compared to who he's with right now. Everybody in the villa is seeing that Serena be stringing him along.
Yeah.
And somebody to come around and say, man, I just like how much he likes you. And y'all may say, but she's in Odell comments. So is everybody else. So is 30 million people. You get what I'm saying? Like it's her job is to love bomb him off of what he doesn't get on the villa. You know why it's impossible for a random person to love bomb me? Because my wife love bomb me every day. You get what I'm saying? You're this, Chris. You're that, Chris. You're this, Chris. So if I go out in the public and they say you're this, I'm like, you're selling my wife. Stop it. You get
Vice versa. I hear this every day.
So it's like, it's my thing is there wouldn't be nothing to love bomb about. Especially something as simple as I like you, and I'm interested in you, and you should get some attention. Something as simple as Short King. Short King should not work on Kendall. I mean on like Cordell. but he heard the word King and he was like, I've never been called this before by Serena. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, you gotta give the person you like a good Love Island experience as well too. And Serena haven't done that for Cordell to this point.
Right. So Josiah pulls Janae for a chat.
Yeah.
He's asking her how she's feeling. She's feeling good.
Yeah.
And he tells her, he's like, I want you to know that I like you. Did you know I like you?
Mm-hmm.
And she appreciates him for telling her that. She thinks he's handsome. She does wish that he would have told her sooner because apparently she already told him she was good off of him.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. He said something very small, and I wonder if you picked up on it, Blair.
What's that?
When he pulled her to talk, he said, tell me the truth for once.
Oh, yeah. That was a little aggressive and weird. But at the same time, I can understand because Janae will tell you what you want to hear.
Of course.
And she likes to put things nicely, which
course.
I think is very sweet. I like her personality, but it also can leave you not knowing where you stand.
Yeah,
so,
but my thing, it came off, and I don't want to use microaggression things to where it's like, oh, it came off as aggression, or it came off as aggressive and things like that. But I do feel like he was a little too assertive. I feel like he did not plant his flag in to the point where he can basically be like, so tell me how you feel about me.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't do enough.
It's just like, what the hell,
Exactly.
I ain't got to tell you nothing.
So for him to be like, tell me the truth for once, I'm like, hey, bro, you come in a little bit, turn your flame down just a little bit. You get what I'm saying?
And then Jacoby ends up pulling Janae actually during their conversation. And I honestly wasn't bothered by that because I'm just like, Josiah ain't talking about nothing.
He ain't talking about nothing.
So he takes her to the dock and he tells her that his eyes have been on her the whole time.
Yeah.
She likes how calm Jacoby is. She says Josiah is risky, but Jacoby is like a safe, positive kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But she's still thinking about Kenny.
Okay.
Jacoby likes that she has a pure soul and he thinks that she was done dirty and he would not do that to her.
Yeah.
Janae honestly is ready for Costa to be over so she can see Kenny.
I ain't gonna lie, Jacoby, I see you next season, my boy. I told y'all a couple episodes ago, I think it's Kenny. I think we all been waiting for this guy to come in and sweep Janae off her feet, get her to Casa so she can really connect. I really think the guy is Kenny. I think it's Kenny. I hope it's Kenny. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly, like from hearing things about what Kenny has said about Janae and Casa, I wasn't expecting him to be thinking about Janae the way that he has and expressing it to the other guys.
And even being respectful about it.
Yeah, so I was actually surprised to see that because when he was around her, I didn't get the vibe that there was a strong connection, but also they had just met. So maybe,
you're right.
You know, Kenny really hasn't been on here for that long. So maybe it's just like, you know, new, fresh, kind of feeling each other out. And now being away, they're both kind of like, that was a vibe. Yeah. That was a vibe.
And look, I think Blair forgives you, Kenny, for when you got the news for Casa that you did run down that hallway going like this. Okay?
I was like, he's too excited. Exactly. He is not here for Janae.
Trust me. Miguel was the most excited. The luggage got wheels. He held it above his head. Okay? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, Kaylor is worried sick about Aaron.
Okay.
Liv says, honestly, girl, worst case scenario, what's going to happen? And she's like, we're not going to be together. And Liv says, yeah, and it's not going to be the end of the world.
Facts.
It'll be fine. Nicole tries to tell her to stay present. You can't imagine what they're doing over there. You don't know what's going to happen. Thinking about it isn't going to make you reveal what's going on. Yeah. So you might as well just be here, be present. And if things end up blowing up, you will be fine. Yeah. And that's what I liked about Liv by telling her to her that way and not saying Aaron's not doing anything and he's not doing anything wrong. Honestly, we don't know. We met him a couple weeks ago just like you. So best bet, just stop stressing yourself out. Yeah. Kind of go with the flow.
And like, I know I've been hard on Liv throughout this whole season. So like, that was good job, Liv. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
So Daya pulls Cordell for a chat.
Yeah.
He likes where they're at. He wonders sometimes, is he wrong for feeling how he's feeling? But he's not going to stop himself from exploring things with Daya. Daya has some understanding for him that he's going to be conflicted because he has, you know, somebody else back at the villa. Yeah. Cordell has never had a girl openly admit that they want him, and he really is appreciating being in this space with her. Yeah. They end up making out. Serena tells Leah that she doesn't want anyone but Cordell. And in their last conversation, he said that he adored her. Serena doesn't trust men to have self-control, though.
Okay, he said that he adores you. What did you say?
Exactly. What did you say back?
Continue, Blair.
She just thinks he's just this lost puppy, just after her heels.
No,
like
no.
Serena.
The problem with Serena and the problem with a lot of people who view this show, which everybody was basically had their panties in a bunch. Like, oh my goodness, how could Cordell do this to Serena? Cordell is not a Make-A-Wish kid.
He's a grown.
He's a man.
A man
with testosterone. You get what I'm saying? So like for him to basically have these urges and things like that, he is no different. As Leah, as Serena told Leah, I don't trust men to have self-control. You're right. I wouldn't have that self-control. That's why I would have stayed. You get what I'm saying? Because I know if I would have went over there, it would have been crazy. You get what I'm saying?
So we move on to Katherine and Kenny.
Okay.
And he is trying to get to know Katherine. He asked her what's her long-term goals. She tells us that she didn't go to college, but she's just looking for something she's passionate about right now. Kenny wants to find a partner that challenges him. He wants a partner that's going to help push him to be his best self every day, because every day he's trying to improve emotionally, physically, spiritually, all the things. Katherine says she feels the same way. He's liking to getting to know her. He thinks that she is beautiful.
She sounds like a 24-year-old adult who don't know what she want to do in her life.
Yeah, I was like, Katherine sounds like she has no direction. Or actually, Katherine sounds like Love Island is her long-term goal for the moment. I was just like, I think that she's going to try to ride this wave as long as she can, and I don't know if it's going to be a very long wave. So, Kieran wants to get to know Liv a little bit more.
Not Kieran,
Kane, I'm sorry. Goodness gracious. Kane wants to get to know Liv a little bit more. He was in a long-term relationship, but they ended up breaking up on decent terms. She's never been in a serious relationship, but has been in situationships.
Okay.
And then she talks about how she gives a lot to people, and it's not always reciprocated, and sometimes she ends up being naive in situations. But they get to the point of the conversation, which basically Kane needs somewhere to lay his head tonight.
Pretty much.
So they agreed to share a bed, and conversation was over.
As soon as he knew where he was sleeping, I understand you've been through all that stuff, trust issues, all that stuff, daddy issues, maybe. Your bed?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
You look pretty tonight.
Exactly. And then he walked right off.
So Kaylor gets a text video from Casa.
Scene of the night.
We see Cordell kissing Dea.
Yeah.
We see Cordell and Dea in bed. And we get the same edit as the preview that we had, to where we couldn't quite see what was going on in the bed.
Yeah.
Aaron biting on Daniela, rubbing her feet, talking to her in Spanish. And then we got Kendall in the background talking about, ooh, they getting cozy, they getting nasty. He rubbed her feet. That's not Kaylor. I love it. I
ain't gonna hold you. Kendall commentary made Aaron look worse. Because I'm like, the thing they chose to show for Aaron wasn't that bad.
Right.
It was Kendall with the commentary that was making it seem like it was more than what it was in that scene.
Yeah. So Kaylor runs off crying.
Yeah.
She feels like Aaron did a FU to her face. She wanted to be exclusive, and he didn't feel the same way. Serena walks off. She said that she was not going to put up with disrespect.
Okay.
Now Kaylor is comparing herself to this other girl.
Yeah.
They get Ignacio to come over and translate the Spanish that they were talking. Aaron said that he wanted to give her a kiss, but didn't want to hurt the person back at the villa. And the girl said, well, you never know if you don't do it. So they're a little bit unsure if Aaron actually ended up kissing the girl.
Oh, he did. He did.
And then they play back what Kendall was saying. He was talking about, I love it. And Nicole was just like, why would he say that? Janae is over here trying to hype Serena up, talking about we can pull up the Casa right now.
And that's what I don't understand with Janae. Janae, I love you, girl. Relax, please. She says, say the word. Yeah. Say the word. I'm like, you just conforming to anything. Now you're a ride or die that you go swim across the island and go to the other island and basically do what to Cordell?
Right.
Nothing. You get what I'm saying?
And Serena feels dumb because she's been sleeping outside and he's got this girl on top of him.
Yeah.
Serena thinks that he is moving disrespectful, but for some reason she cannot bring herself to cry.
Okay.
Kaylor is upset because Aaron has said that he wanted to meet her family, but he's over here kissing another girl. She's like, don't say my mom's name and do this type of stuff.
Oh, my goodness.
Serena watches the video over again. And because this has happened to her so many times, she copes by making jokes, but she really does feel stupid. She refuses to let this man tear her down, though. Yeah. She says that right now, you know...
There is no coming back from this.
Yeah, she says that there is no coming back from this, and then she ends up crying in the confessional. Kaylor says that Aaron has shown his true colors.
Let's keep going.
Kaylor says, when you fall in love with somebody, you don't do that.
Let's start with Kaylor first, and then we end the show with Serena, right?
Okay.
Kaylor, I remember so far, if I was to compare the disrespectful actions of both between Aaron and Cordell, I would say Aaron is definitely much worse, right? Because there is no, I can't tell the difference between this girl that he's with in Casa and how he treats you on the.
It's literally just swapping out a person.
It's the same.
He's given the exact same energy as if like he's known this girl for these few weeks, just like you.
So I can understand once you get the movie night. This is just a trailer. Trust me, Aaron was wild, right? I can understand why you may feel less special because he literally did the same thing, the same moves, rubbing the feet. I don't know. I don't understand why you mad at rubbing the feet, but I guess that's more intimate. Rubbing the feet, kissing the shoulders, bringing the breakfast, like speaking his native tongue, like he's himself. He don't know how to compartmentalize. He don't know how to hold back.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? But I want to remind y'all, Kaylor, you was the one that kissed Connor and basically dropped Aaron for a little bit because you were like, I want a man. And then you realize like, oh no, I don't want Connor no more, right? And then follow that up with a challenge to where you didn't pick Aaron to kiss.
Yeah.
So by that time, by him kissing this one girl, based on what you see in that story, he kissed one extra girl compared to, by then you had 3 guys in the early stage. So I'm like, so far, only thing Aaron did was kiss another girl, the same as you kissed another guy.
Right.
So to this point, I say y'all should just clean the slate because I'm like, you did the same thing. Now, granted, he is going a little bit too far because he's treating these girls like they're special. But I'm like, all he did that you seen was rub a girl's feet and kiss a guy.
But she didn't even see the kiss.
Excuse me, and kissed a girl. You get what I'm saying? And all you did, you kissed 2 guys by then.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand why you going around like, don't say my mother's name no more. And I'm just like, okay, I won't say your mother's name no more.
Yeah.
How do you feel about how Aaron been moving and Casa compared, being in a relationship with Kaylor and stuff?
I'm going to stand on what I've been saying. If y'all aren't closed off, then people are going to be open and move how they move while they're open. Now, I could understand in Kaylor and Aaron's situation that maybe they felt that things were getting deeper and they were getting closer to the love word. And that is what Aaron was saying that he was approaching. But he never really said it.
Yeah.
And even though that they talked about maybe approaching and circling around that idea, if he really wanted to lock it down with Kaylor and be closed off, they would have done it and he would have made it known and she would have been okay with it.
Facts.
But they weren't at that point. So with you both being open, y'all going to move independently how y'all do when you're open. Now, if you're Kaylor and it's just like, I'm open, but I wish I was closed. Well, that's on you because as far as he knows, he went to Casa Amor still open to explore.
Yeah.
So
that's his experience. Now I'm going to go over to Serena. I'm going to hit y'all with a little story time.
Okay.
Right? On the very first day when it was time to pick who you want to be coupled up with, Serena didn't choose Cordell. Serena chose Coy.
Right.
And Coy had the power to choose which one he wanted to be with, right? In that power, in that instance, that's when Cordell was like, well, I want Serena and things like that. Throughout that whole time, from that point all the way through the beginning, she was been talking about how much she's really not feeling Cordell. She's a slow burn and things like that. And the thing, somebody said some of the comments that basically made me go, wow, that's actually true. She keeps talking about how she don't want to be embarrassed. It's so self-serving. And it brings me back to a scene that happened in this season to where she was on the docks with Janae and Leah, and and she said, everybody talk about poor Cordell. What about me? Poor me. Poor me that a guy's cooking breakfast for you. Poor me that a guy's being affectionate towards you, trying to get to know you, trying to have some type of tie to you. Poor you. But it always seemed like whenever you want to basically open yourself up, it's always in some type of inconvenient to Cordell.
Right.
It's always when he's about to leave or he's about to go on a date. Hey, you about to go to Casa? Let me give you my ring and stuff like that. You've been had that ring. You know what I'm saying? So my whole point with Serena is I feel like she strung him along and she robbed him of weeks of the Love Island experience and things like that, making him have to prove himself. Hey, be on me. Hey, back off. But kind of be on me while she get the twists, while she get to say, I don't want to do anything, don't touch me, and things like that. Whole time when he got his first kiss, like 15 episodes in, she was like, I'm happy for him because she wasn't kissing him. Yeah. So my thing is, this is his Love Island experience. And so far as we saw tonight, he did not sleep with nobody. I don't understand why she's like, he's so disrespectful. I don't understand why you see this as proof as why, like, now, like, you see why I take my time and things like that. Well, if you take your time, that's good for the real world, but then why you sign up for Love Island then? Right. That's not realistic, and that's not fair.
No, I completely agree. Oh, man, is there anything else I can say about Serena? I feel like I've said it all.
No, say it again.
What can I say? I can understand how she would be hurt by this, and I'm going to try to maybe, like, bring a different perspective to my perspective.
Okay.
When you're dating somebody or in the talking stages with somebody, even though you're not necessarily exclusive, if you guys are enjoying getting to know each other, then you would hope that they're probably not going around kissing other people when y'all have y'all dates and you're kissing. Mm-hmm. But if you're not exclusive, you really don't know what they're doing, and it's none of your business to be asking. So, I tried. Sorry.
Yeah. It sucks. It sucks.
It sucks. It's a sucky situation to be in, to where you haven't gotten to the point to where you've actually established that you guys are in a relationship or closed off. It's a very unsettling period. So I can understand her being nervous and anxious about it, but understanding that that's the period that you're in, I don't think she should hold it against him as if he's been disrespectful when they haven't made any type of agreements with each other. He has not broken any agreements or any promises that he's made to her. So the disrespect that she's speaking of, maybe if y'all were in a relationship or y'all said you were closed off, but you weren't. You just weren't.
And don't try to use this as an excuse to basically be off him now.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, you never was really on him. You really was on him playing the game because you know America love him, and he do got a big brother who posts him every time it's time to vote. Hey, vote for my little brother and things like that. So don't try to make it seem like, oh my goodness, see why. No. We ain't playing that game. And also, you got to understand, there's no point of being on Love Island and not experience Casa. I'm going to experience Casa.
Exactly.
If I signed up to be on Love Island.
And also Serena, she talks about, all the things that Cordell has been patient with her. He adores her, all this type of stuff. And I do think a large portion of that is she knows like another guy is not going to wait as long and be as patient as long as Cordell has been with her. So I think that she wants to hurry up and capitalize on that, since she knows nobody else is really going to want to deal with that. And also, I don't want to put anything past Cordell for waiting and being patient, because he was a participant in this.
Exactly. He was complacent.
And he was complacent in the ways that Serena treated him and allowed her to, and picked her over Hannah to continue in this saga. So he is a willing participant in this dynamic. However, I cannot fault him for going out, being around somebody who's actually giving him the energy that he wants, and saying, I kind of like this better. Okay.
And guess what? At the end of the day, I still don't know if he gonna pick Daya. I don't care if he picked Daya. I'm just happy that he got to experience the Love Island. Like, somebody like me, I get to try my options and explore my connections and things like that.
Right.
And my whole thing is, Cordell is not, I'll say it again, he's not a Make-A-Wish kid. I know y'all see him as adorable and like, how dare he? How could he? He's so cute and short and things like that. He is a man. He is a man through and through. He is no different. And I know, like, Miguel may take off his shirt and go like this. He's no different than Miguel. He's no different than Aaron. He's no different than Kendall. He's no different than, like he's a guy that want to experience Love Island. He's no different than any of them. I saw Nicole, just to mention you because she wants to be mentioned. Nicole was like, can I see? Oh, Kendall, how can you say that? Kendall didn't do nothing. Stop trying to be like the girls and be mad at your man with the girls. Your man didn't do nothing.
Right.
Okay? Anything else you want to add?
That's all I got.
Subscribe, like, share, comment. I will be in the comments for a couple hours, guys. Give me what y'all think.
All right.
All right.
Bye.